Happy 14th of December, yogis. Welcome back. My name's Naomi and today we are going to be doing a forward fold sequence. So we're going to be looking at stretching out those hamstrings and all of the muscles within the hamstring. So the hamstring isn't just one muscle on its own. It's a little group of muscles. So we're going to look at stretching out the combination of all of those muscles to really get a full stretch of the back of our hamstrings. If you have tight hamstrings, grab yourself a block now so that you can sit on that block, and that's going to help you tilt the pelvis and it's going to help you find a safer stretch for the hamstrings. You've also always got the option to bend the knees if you wish in your hamstring stretches. My hamstrings are feeling a little bit tight today, so we're going to all just listen to our bodies. If you've been doing this advent calendar every day, it might be you've been actually stretching a lot more than you're used to. And therefore you might need to just listen to your body a little bit more. Really tune in with what feels good and what is too much. So listen to your body. Know where you can go deeper and know where you can ease off. So grab yourselves your yoga block and your mat. Roll out your mat and we're going to start straight away. So coming to cross-legged, and this is your opportunity now if you do want to sit on your block, to start sitting on your block. So we're just going to sit and we're going to settle in the same that we do with most of our yoga classes. Just roll the shoulders, wiggle the spine, close the eyes. And just begin to settle in. Begin to just come into your space. Take a few breaths in and out through the nose and try and keep this breath through the nose if you can. That's really going to help us to relax. Our forward folds are relaxing. They help us to turn inwards, to find that inward perspective, that inner calm, that inner peace. And so as we sit here, as we begin to transition into our forward folds, accepting that we're turning inwards, accepting that we're shifting into a calmer state. If you did close the eyes, just blink them open and then just take the hands to the mat and just gently pour those hands forward, just into a gentle forward fold. So we're not going too deep and we're really thinking about keeping length through the whole of the spine. So the sit bones connect to the earth and we're lengthening hips into mat, crown of head coming forward, but not so much so that we round into the upper back. So we've still got a beautiful length through our spine. Inhale, come back to center. And then just switch those legs over. So cross your legs the other way. It'll feel a little odd. Bear with me. And then we're going to pour those hands forward again and come into that gentle forward fold. Just with the legs crossed the other way. So it just ensures that we're stretching out through the glutes and through the hamstrings equally. And also just challenging our mind a bit. Yoga isn't all about the physical. It transitions into mental as well. And here we're just transitioning, challenging our mind with this little trick of crossing our legs the other way. Simple, but effective. And then walk the hands all the way back up to the body. And we're just gently going to draw the knees in, take the feet hip width apart, wrap the hands around the backs of the thighs and drop the chin to the chest. And it may not look like much of a forward fold, but you can probably already feel the softness, the quiet, and the inward turn that your body and your mind are beginning to take. So take a few moments here and just breathe. If we're relaxed, our muscles stretch in a more healthy way. The muscles are more prone to relaxation if we are relaxed. And we can reduce injury if we encourage a calm, gentle breath as we stretch. So inhale, lifting the gaze. We're going to take the hands just outside of our hips and lengthen the legs out in front of us. You can still be on that block if you wish. Flex your feet so the toes come all the way up to the ceiling. And sit nice and tall. You might want to shuffle those hands a little bit further forward. You want a 90-degree angle at that hip. And it might not look like much to begin with, but you're going to start to feel this, maybe the hip flexors, maybe the quads, and it's going to start to lengthen the backs of the hamstrings just simply by activating the front of our body. And this 90 degree, this tilt of the pelvis, this anterior tilt as we call it, the forward tilt, is going to help us as we come into some deeper forward folds. So close your eyes and breathe with me for 3, for 2, for 1. Blink open your eyes. Just gently take a hold behind that left thigh and draw the left foot into the inner right thigh. If that's too much and the knees are really high up, then you can take the foot to the calf muscle, remembering to listen to your body. Remember to keep that right foot flexed, so we don't want it floppy. You'll notice the knee falls out. We want it flexed to keep the whole of the leg in line to protect the knee. Inhale, sit tall. And then exhale, fold forward, again sitting on a block or bending right knee if you choose. If you want to go a little bit deeper, maybe you've been practicing with me or with other yogis, and you want to take it a little bit deeper, you can inhale, come back to seated. Take your right hand all the way around your back and just loop it onto your left hip. And then you can begin to fold forward, and you might attach your left hand around your right foot. So we're taking this little bit of a twist, this bind, just helping us stretch deeper. You might prefer to take the more traditional variation with both hands to the mat or even to the feet. But if you take the hands to the feet, you don't want to be rounding into the back. So really, really listen wherever you are in your body. However deep in your forward fold, listen. Listen to your hamstrings and observe your spine. You want a lovely long line from the crown of the head to your hips. And remember that idea of relaxing, that idea of softening in. And then gently walk all the way back up to seated. Just gently draw the right knee into the chest and lengthen the left leg away. We've always got the other side in yoga, so bringing the foot into the same place that you had it before. So if you had it into the thigh, bring it here. Otherwise, place it to the inner calf. Inhale, sit tall. Remember that Dandasana, that 90-degree pose where we had the hips and the body at 90 degrees. Flex your left foot to protect your knee. And then gently fold forwards. And you might notice, like I just did, that you're a lot tighter on one side than the other, and that's okay. Just close your eyes and remember our sense of relaxation. If you do want to take this pose a little bit deeper, then maybe you walk yourself back up, you wrap that left hand around, just loop it onto your right hip. And then you can take your right hand to your left foot if you choose. And that's going to help you to fold forward evenly. It's going to open through your chest a touch. But if you prefer, if you want, you can come into a more simple and still effective stretch. Close the eyes wherever you are. And maybe if you're beginning, or if you're an athlete of some kind, you might be a lot higher up. You might be like me now, just beyond 90 degrees, and that is absolutely fine. Always remembering the option to bend the knee or sit on that block if you choose. Beautiful. And just bring that left foot in and take the feet a little bit further away from the body. Knees out to the side. We're coming into our Baddha Konasana pose. So in our Baddha Konasana pose, just bring the hands to the feet, the elbows onto the shins, and begin to gently fold forward. And as you fold forward, as with our other forward folds, we're thinking long spine. And you might notice that to keep your long spine, you're actually having to work the muscles of the torso. That's okay. That's good. So it shouldn't feel completely and utterly soft and relaxed. You should feel there's a little bit of tension within the body, helping you into the pose a little bit more. If you do have delicate knees, if you have any sort of knee injury, probably recommend that you keep the knees together and that you hug around the shins and drop the chin to the chest like we did earlier. But if you're happy, if you know that your knees are okay, Then you come back and stay in your Baddha Konasana. So we're opening the inner thighs here, but also stretching into the hamstrings a touch. So just feeling that gentle stretch maybe into the hamstrings, maybe into the glutes. And then gently work your way up to seated. And then draw the knees together and lengthen the legs away from you. And now we're coming into probably the most traditional forward fold that you can get in yoga, our Paschimottanasana, our forward fold. Simple, but very, very effective. So do make sure you're sitting on your block or you've got your bent knees. Flex your feet and begin to creep the hands further forward. Come into that gentle forward fold. You might find that actually it's the calves that are holding you back. You might find it's the hamstrings. Whatever it is, that's okay. Remember to breathe. And think about that length through your spine. So we're thinking length through the spine, feet flexed, soft breath. And if you are an athlete, if you are sitting here thinking, goodness, when is this going to end? This is really, really intense. Maybe ease off a touch. But keep your breath. Stick with your breath. You can do this. Really good. Then just gently walk yourself back up to seated. And then draw the knees into the body. Hug around the backs of the legs and drop the chin to the chest. And take a few restorative breaths now and just notice how calm your body feels. Even if hamstrings are one of your hardest parts of your body to stretch, notice how much calm has come over your body now just by taking these simple hamstring stretches. These simple forward folds have completely changed. And now you are in this lovely, relaxed state just because we started those introspective forward folds. Gently lift the gaze and slowly come all the way up. Just cross the legs and come to seated and bring the hands together at the heart center. Connecting the palms, the fingertips, the thumbs together and close the eyes. Drop the chin to the chest. And you might just want to take the hands over the eyes for a moment. Find a bit of darkness. Take a few cycles of breath. And then release the hands back down to the heart center. Blink open the eyes and allow that light back in. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me today, yogis. I hope you've been enjoying your Advent calendar. And if you have, make sure that you comment or that you like the videos. I love to see who's joining in and that you are all enjoying yourselves. Have a lovely rest of your day and I will see you again tomorrow.